Have you ever bought a fragrance because of a fragrance reviewer? Well, I have. A few, actually. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 fragrances that I have bought or was influenced to buy due to a review or because of a reviewer. Now, obviously, the reviewer wasn't like, buy this right now, but the review made me want to buy it. And the first fragrance that I want to mention is actually going to be an honorable mention because I will be picking it up for the winter. It is a winter fragrance that my friend George the Fragrance Apprentice has talked about pretty highly in his channel. It is going to be this guy right here, which is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Now, I have owned a decant of this fragrance, so it won't be any kind of blind buy or anything. And after revisiting the sample along with his review, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta buy it. So that will be happening some point in the near future. But to the list. The first fragrance I'm gonna share with you guys is gonna be one that I bought because of Jeremy Fragrance. I feel like a lot of these fragrances that I have in my collection were influenced by him to pick up, but this one in particular because of him. It has turned out to be actually one of my favorite summer scents, one that I've been wearing quite a bit here recently. It is actually Dolce Gabbana Light Blue O Intense. Now, as you can see here, I have used about half of this bottle, but I did just order a 6.7 ounce of this bottle, so the bigger one of this, from King of Fragrances. They seem to have it at around $68. So if you do pick it up now, it is there. As this is one of the best summer scents that I've ever put onto my skin. Not only that, it's one of my most confident fragrances that I have. Again, thanks Jezza for the advice on this one. And the second fragrance on this list that I'll talk to you guys about is going to come from Ashton at Jensen's. Now, he doesn't have a single review of this fragrance, but he has mentioned it in a couple of lists. Last winter when I was wearing Naxos pretty heavy, I was like, okay, well, I love this stuff, but it's going to cost a lot of money to rebuy it. So at the time, I was looking for a substitute for the fragrance. And due to his advice, I picked up Pure Havane by Terry Mugler. And this is an awesome cherry tobacco fragrance. But why I just picked it up primarily is because he mentioned how many compliments he got at the office from wearing this. Which, just like Naxos, this is a very compliment-heavy tobacco fragrance. And very easy to wear. Some days I actually preferred over wearing Naxos. But again, that is Pure Havane by Terry Mugler. And next is another fragrance I picked up due to Jeremy Fragrance. But this one for me didn't quite hit it out of the park like the Intense did. This is basically if the guy from Wolf of Wall Street started shopping at TJ Maxx, you would get Ferragamo F Black. Which, yes, a very enjoyable scent. Now, he says it smells like, Wolf of Wall Street, confidence, whatever. It's okay. I wouldn't say it smells like that, but like I said, it's if the guy from Wolf of Wall Street fell in rough times, it's what he reached for. Again, guys, that is Ferragamo F Black. And fourth on this list is going to be one of my former signature scents, one that I wore year round, and one that I've really, really grown to love and enjoy. And you guys, I'm sure, probably know what this is by now, but it comes from Timmy at Imagine Scent. He influenced me to pick this one up. It is going to be Dior Savage EDP. Now, I'm pretty sure I watched one of his out and about, trial videos where, he gets people to try them out and see if they enjoy them or not. And I was teetering on the fence when I was going to purchase this because at the time I was owning Dior Savage EDP. Watched that and I was like, okay, I might as well drop however much money it was at the time. I paid retail for this, not this one right here in particular. This is the second bottle I've had since then. But when I did buy it initially, full retail. However, soon after the initial release that he put that video out was when I bought this. And again, guys, thanks Timmy. This is Dior Savage. And number 5 on this list comes from my good friend Ross at TLTG Reviews. We all know that Ross here likes his cheapy hidden gems, and this is one that really is that. It's going to be a very blue fragrance and one that I really have grown to enjoy. Not only this one, but really the entire line. It is going to go to Aqua E Blue. And I remember Ross talking about this early on in my channel, which I've only had my channel now for less than a year, but in the first few months of me having my channel was when Ross was kind of ranting and raving about this. So when I saw it for like $16, I had to get it. Again, guys, that is Aqua E Blue, which came as a recommendation from Ross at TLTG. And number 6 on this list comes as a recommendation from my neighbor. Actually, it comes from somebody who lives very close to me, who also has a YouTube channel. I mean, when I say close, I mean within like 20 miles of me. Also, someone who influenced me to start this channel entirely. It's going to come from Mr. Cheap Scents, and that fragrance is Club de Nuit Intense for Men. Love it or hate it, it is a fragrance that a lot of us own. A lot of us like it, a lot of us hate it, but I've grown to appreciate it and grown to like it. You guys can see my review of this on here. I may have said Mr. Cheap Scents in the beginning, but this comes from a recommendation from Keith at The Fragrant Life. Again, that is Club de Nuit Intense for Men. And last on this list is going to be the most expensive on this entire list. It comes in this nice little box But he spoke so highly about it that I wanted one or two from this line, and it was the one that I picked because of how it was presented in a review. It comes from Chris at Fragmental. That is Creation E by Roja Parfums. And just look, guys, just look at this bottle. It's just crazy. And I haven't sprayed it in a while, so. It smells like opening like a fresh root beer. Does that make sense? Phenomenal scent. And thank you, Chris. That is Creation E by Roja Parfums. And lastly, if you guys have picked up any fragrances due to me or any other fragrance reviewers, comment down below and let me know what they were. Were you happy with them? Were you mad about them? Were you upset? Did you return them? Let me know. But guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I will see you all next time.